is poppin', boys? Back at it again with another video. Talking NCAA football today. I got Duenkel here. You already know the deal. He's always here. And we got the man of the hour, Mr. Tyson Mengel.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
I wanted to start off with the comment question of the day. Who is your national champion for college football this year? All right. Yeah. OU. How did it go last year? Don't want to talk about it.
Last year, Alabama beat Ohio State. They had the better team. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I expected to lose that game, to be honest.
All right. Well, let's kick things off talking Texas OU moving to the SEC. Duenkel, what are your thoughts on this?
I mean, man, this is big because I think this really came out of nowhere. Like I was saying to a couple of my buddies a couple weeks ago, this has been talked about for 6 to 8 months before the news even dropped. So kind of came out of nowhere. Was a big surprise to me because Texas and OU have obviously been in the Big 12 for a very long time, and they've been storied programs in the Big 12. I mean, when you talk about Texas and Oklahoma, you talk about probably two of the most storied programs in college football, probably in the top 10 for sure, without a doubt. I think this just makes the SEC even better. You talk about Alabama, the best team in college football over probably the past decade. You talk about Florida, Georgia, LSU, Auburn, all those teams in there, Texas A&M as well. And now in 2025, you add Oklahoma and Texas to the mix. I think this is going to kind of change the landscape a little bit of college football. I think it'll be really interesting to see how this affects the other Power 5 conferences as well, especially the Big 12. What are they going to do now? And what this alliance is also going to do for college football moving forward. I think we have a lot of pieces to the puzzle to figure out. I like the move, though. I think it'll be good. A lot of competition in the SEC. There's going to be a lot of good games. And obviously, you talk about Texas and Texas A&M getting that rivalry kind of renewed. I think will be good for college football as well. But yeah, I think this move was very surprising, and that it was unanimously passed by the SEC was also surprising to me as well. I figured there'd be a few teams that would not be on board with this.
Coach Mengel?
Yeah. So I'm looking at the SEC conference right now, and most of my adult life, Alabama's carried it, right? Since Nick Saban took over, they've been the powerhouse. And within the last couple of years, LSU made a run there for a while. Auburn, hit or miss every year. Florida, you like them early, but they never finish. So I get a little tired of this. SEC is a power conference. Outside of Alabama, the rest are. I mean, you got good football teams in there, but I don't see much happening. And then you throw in Texas and Oklahoma. It's the same thing. Like if Michigan goes down there, what have you done for me lately, right? Texas doesn't know how to play defense. There's Oklahoma. You're going into a league here that it's bread and butter is defense, right? And I can say this: it's about the money, right? I mean, people are going to watch Alabama play Texas. People are going to watch Alabama play Oklahoma. All college football is right now is money for the institutions, because now they got to start paying those players a little bit. So they're going to look for any advantage they can to keep their income up. And I don't think this is good for football. I don't think it's bad, but I mean, football is going to be games. People are going to watch it because we love that sport. But I'm not that excited about it. Honestly, I don't care. I would rather watch, honestly, a Big Ten football game over an SEC game any day.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. There was a lot of points that you made that I was thinking about when we first brought up this question. And Texas is a big name without the wins behind it lately. I mean, what have they even done in the Big 12? You know, like even OU, I mean, they've been decent with like Jalen Hurts having been there. But
Alabama.
yeah, I mean, I don't really. I see this as just a big name, couple big name schools moving to the bigger conference that people like to say. But I would agree too. I'd rather watch a Big Ten football game than SEC for sure. I mean, I feel like the competition's bigger, better. You know, I mean, I don't know. I just think it's better football, other than obviously Alabama, like and LSU lately. So
Yeah, I think the points that you guys bring up about the competition, that it's about the money, like I really agree with that, because like I mean, let's keep it real. If OU and Texas stay in the Big 12, the landscape of college football is definitely more competitive. You have 5 Power 5 conferences with a few good teams in them. I think, obviously, right now in the Big 12, you could say OU, Texas. I would throw Iowa State in there this season, returning 20 to 22 starters. I think in the Big 10, you have a lot of teams: Ohio State, Indiana, Wisconsin, Iowa. We'll see if Penn State and Michigan can bounce back and have bounce back seasons, which I do believe both of them will have decent years this year. Coming from an Ohio State fan. And then in the SEC, you got Alabama, Georgia, LSU, and then in the ACC, I mean, you got Clemson, and I would probably throw North Carolina in there with Mac Brown and the job he's done. So I think the landscape right now is a little bit balanced. Obviously, when you talk about the playoff, it's definitely top heavy. I mean, we talk about the same teams every year making the playoff. I mean, I just did a full top 25 rankings, and I think my top 5 consisted of Oklahoma, Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State, and Georgia, which is the top 5 every single year for the past 3 years. So it's college football is very top heavy, and I think that this definitely they need to expand the playoff before this happens, because I feel like there could be 2 or 3 SEC teams in there, only because you talk about probably 7, 8 teams in that conference that are ranked, and there's kind of a, I don't know how you say it, but a lenience towards the SEC that I've seen out of the playoff committee um, in the past few years, and I think it only greatens as this move happens. But I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I think it'll be really interesting to see how this move affects all things in college football.
No, I agree. I've always felt that the easiest way to pick your top 4 are the 4 winners of at least of the conferences, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, if you get a team that has 2 losses and they win their conference, maybe they're the first team out, right? Mm-hmm. But always throwing in 2 SEC teams and one loses first round or the play-in game, right? Was that quarterfinal? Every year. We don't have 2 SEC teams in the final. Yeah, I don't know why they always do that, but it seems to be, I don't know. Does the SEC get more viewership per game than any other conference? If that's the case, I know why they're doing it. Mm-hmm. Follow those dollar bills.
Yeah. Are you both for the expansion of the college football playoff?
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What would you like to see it go to? 8?
Put in the top 16 teams. Let's go.
16?
Yep.
Duenkel, what about you?
You got to win every game.
I'm going 8 teams, and I think the expansion is good. I'll tell you this, guys. Cincinnati was one of the best football teams I watched last year. I thought they definitely 100% deserved a shot to be in the college football playoff. I thought they should have been the number 4 team in the playoff, my personal opinion. But again, it's like I don't think that a group of 5 team or even all 5 Power 5 conferences get a fair shot if the playoff doesn't get expanded. And as I mentioned, I mean, it's the same teams. Like, my team, Ohio State, like last season, they played what, 5 games and they made the playoff. You know, I,
Gotcha.
I didn't I didn't think Ohio State was arguably a great team last year. I thought they had their ups and downs. Obviously we smoked Clemson, which shocked me completely. And then obviously we lost to Alabama, but I think that there is definitely a lenience towards the top 5 or 6 teams in college football, and I think the expansion of the playoff will help that leniency kind of, and it'll give more teams a shot. It'll give teams like Cincinnati's, the UCFs, teams like that a shot to play against the big boys and see what they got. Because I'll tell you this, Luke Fickell, the job he's doing at Cincinnati, I think is going unnoticed. And every time I talk to someone about college football, I always say, like, everyone's sleeping on the group of 5. Cincinnati's a dang good team, and they're going to be really good this year too.
Mm-hmm.
Before you got cut off, why do you want 16 teams? Do you want to see it more of like a March Madness type of deal?
Oh,
Just
absolutely.
more football? You want more football? I know that's
So cut the season schedule. Cut out a couple of those non-conference games that no one cares about, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at Michigan's schedule right now. Why are they playing Northern Illinois and Western Michigan, right? Ohio State,
Tulsa.
who did I bring?
Yeah.
Tulsa, right? Akron. Get rid of those.
Yeah, there's no reason like
There's no reason you have those.
Clemson needs to play Appalachian State.
we got the championship games for the conferences, right? People watch them because you got your 2 best. Let's go, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Once you do that, people are like tradition bowl games. Fine, name it the Peach Bowl, the Rose Bowl. Like, who cares what the game is called? But in the playoffs, go ahead and call it that. Go ahead and sponsor the Chick-fil-A Bowl. Eat more beef, whatever. Eat more chicken, right? I don't care. I want to see top teams play. I don't care about traditions of the Pac-10, Big Ten champ goes to the Rose Bowl. That's dead anyways, right? Who cares? Who cares?
Yeah.
Get these top teams. We have a top 25 for a reason, right?
Yep.
Get these teams in. Make the best prove they're the best. And you're going to get more viewership of those bowls, and it'll be a lot more exciting. And the NCAA will make a lot more money, which is what they want.
Yeah, I think so too. You single it down to those, how many games would that, I don't even know how many games that would be, but like in that bracket type of style, like you said, just call it whatever game you want. Like they can make like how they have the last games, the Rose Bowl and the Cotton Bowl normally, like the semifinals before the national championship. Like they can just expand that out.
Yep.
Like you just said, and it makes for more viewership because it's a March Madness type style, and maybe they'll do a weird name for it or something like that. But
I think 7 games, wouldn't it?
I think it would be.
Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4 games to win a championship.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that people will just still complain about not every team competitive making it?
They will. Of course.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there'll be people that'll complain, but I think again, I've talked about this a couple of times, and Mengel, I believe we've talked about this a few times as well. But I think there needs to be a rule system in place for if you expand the playoff, like maybe your power 5 champions, a group of 5 team, and then maybe like 2 at-large spots, kind of like they do in the NCAA tournament. Because that way, I think less people complain because you have a rule system or a guideline that most people can follow. Because the average college football fan is going to be like, well, this team went like 11-1 and didn't make it in, and this team went 10-2 and won the ACC and made it in. The average college football fan will be thinking that, but if you have a rule guideline in place, I think it'll make things a lot better. The complaints will be lower.
Here we go. I just counted. There are 11 conferences in Division I football.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You
Mm-hmm.
win your conference, make the regular season worth something. You win your conference, you're in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Then go ahead, whatever the rankings are, take the next 5. Right? So you're giving those little conferences a chance to play the big boys, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, so there's no like Cincinnati won their conference, they're out because they're not a power 5, right? They're not a big name.
And play a
They're in.
enough schedule or whatever.
They're in. They won their conference. Good job. And now they got a chance. Okay? I think that's simple. You got 11, and then you throw in 5 more.
I mean, I like the idea. I wish they would do something like this, pull a page out of basketball's playbook.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Vegas would love it too.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that this is something that we're going to see? Or do you guys think this is something that we won't see? They're going to just stick with the traditional 4?
Though I think at some point they'll move to 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd be surprised if they expanded as much to 16, but 8 I could see happening.
Yeah. I would love it. It's good football.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Here are your top teams in the conference. Let's see them play. But it's not going to happen.
No, it's going to be a couple years even before we even think about 8. If there's enough complaining, which there's plenty of complaining to go around in college football, but
yeah, there definitely is. Who do you guys think will be the biggest threat to the Ohio State Buckeyes in the Big Ten this year? Who do you think's the biggest threat to them? Mengel, I'll start with you.
Michigan.
Okay. Why?
Well, I'm looking at their schedule here. We talked about this before. Indiana, that's kind of their gotcha game right there. Because they
for Ohio State?
Yeah, they
okay.
Oregon week 2, that'll be a tough one. Then Tulsa, Akron, Rutgers, Maryland, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then they got Indiana followed by Penn State. And I feel like they're going to have Penn State circled.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a rivalry, right?
Yeah.
And overlooking Indiana, I don't think anyone wants to do that, but I can see them overlooking them and it being a tight game.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, they end with Penn State, Nebraska, Purdue, Michigan State, and Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
I know the rivalry scores haven't been quite enjoyable for us Michigan fans, but I can see the fire back in Harbaugh already this year, and he looks like he's the Harbaugh of old. I hope so. I need to see some headsets tossed and his uncle going to get them for him. Going
to a knee, holding
that guy back, and if he's back, I think it's going to be a whole different feel for that team. The Lovie Smith Harbaugh. If you watch the Bears when Lovie was there, he just kind of stared off into space all game long, and that's kind of what Harbaugh's done the last few years. Well, his job depends on it, so I don't think this is going to happen. So Indiana, not to be Big Ten champs, but to knock them off, potentially lose a chance to win or to get in to the playoffs. I think Indiana could do that.
Yep. All right, Burbach, what do you think?
Well, I don't really know, to be honest with you. I haven't done much.
We'll say the right answer then.
Do you want me to say Michigan?
That a boy.
I haven't really paid attention to much recruiting or anything like that, but Madison could be decent this year, you know. You don't think so?
They're young.
You think so?
It's not even that. Madison, I don't even know how to describe them. They are like that little brother who you want to do well and you're really excited. You wear those ugly overalls, hideous things. You do your stupid jump around, right? People are so excited. And even if they have some success and even if they make the college football playoffs, they're one and done. Right?
Oh, for sure, because they get beat down by any out of conference.
They're that team who's always good, right? They're always competitive. Even on their down years, they're still competitive games, right?
Mhm.
And I'm not talking just football, but basketball too. And yeah, they made their championship game, right? But at no point, whenever I watch them in those really big games, do I think they're going to win.
Yeah,
A lot of
really
it comes down to they don't have the quarterback to get them out of the running game. They just don't. Yeah, and even him, did they win a national championship?
No, they lost the Rose Bowl to TCU.
Right. So
the Red Rocket.
Right.
So
I don't hate Wisconsin, right? But that's just is how I've always seen them. And yeah, they've beaten Michigan. I get that. I hear it every year. They beat them at school. I get it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But what has Wisconsin really done in football?
Yeah,
can you answer that? I don't even think you can.
Not much.
They get beat down by whenever the bright lights are on. They end up getting beat like pretty badly. Like there's some points during the game that they might have a chance, but I feel like was it last year that they were competing with Ohio State or the year before that?
It was the 2019 Big Ten championship game. They were up 21-7 at halftime. I was having a panic attack at halftime, and then my boy Justin Fields, I think Fields is the QB, came out of the locker room and started throwing darts all over the field.
Everything kind of falls apart for them, I feel like, and yeah, I would agree with a lot of what you had to say for both sports, basketball and football.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, they're usually a fun team to watch.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just a fan of the sports, like if you like the X's and O's, like there's nothing flashy about them in either one of those sports, but they're fundamentally sound, and they're fun to watch. Like if you know what you're looking at, but you can't throw that brand up there with those top caliber teams.
Mm-hmm.
They're an upper echelon team, but they're not.
Is their preseason ranking 10? What were they at?
I got it pulled up right here. Hold on. Wisconsin's at 12.
12. Okay. That's behind what Big Ten teams?
Ohio State, and that's it. That's the AP poll. College, they have them down at 15, with just Ohio State ahead of them in the Big Ten.
I had them at 15 in the top 25. I did. I think I have.
So you copied the coaches poll. Good job, Dunk.
No, I switched it up. I have different rankings. Hey, if you guys haven't checked that video, I'll go check it out though. It was a good one. What?
Why don't you link it in here?
Oh, it'll be linked down below. Best believe. I'm all about the links down below. You guys know that. Well, obviously, you know, guys, Ohio State's my favorite team. And I'm gonna be very objective here. Something I don't do very often. I'm gonna say that there's a couple teams that I'm a little worried about. I'm gonna start off with the team I'm most worried about, though. Indiana. I said it in the ranking video that we posted 2 days ago. I said Indiana's a team that, you know, they're always fighting, man. They always got to fight. They always got the heart. And last year, I don't think any of us expected Indiana to be as good as they were. And you saw the emergence of Michael Penix, Ty Freifogel, I think is how you say his name, is unbelievable. One of my favorite players to watch in college football. I think Indiana, and like you mentioned, Coach Mengel, it is definitely could be a trap game for the Buckeyes. They seem to have one of those a year, and it's like what are you doing? You guys should be able to beat this team, and they either win really close or they lose. I think Indiana could be a trap game. Now, I will say too, Penn State's another team that I think when you talk about them, James Franklin, really like him as a coach.
Where's the game at?
Um,
Sorry.
for Indiana,
No, Penn State.
it's in the shoe. It's at
Okay.
home.
They'll get it then. They'll be fine.
But I mean, Penn State always plays us tough. I mean, when you look at the matchups we've had over the past, I think 4 or 5 years, they've outside of last year, they've played us really tough. I think it could be a tough game. And again, I go back to this point that I always make. Rivalries have weird ways of swinging. Um, and normally it starts with the rivalry swing normally starts when the team that is expected to lose wins. Could Michigan beat Ohio State? Maybe. Do I think it'll happen? Probably not. I'm just gonna come out and say
Probably not. Is it yes or no, Duenkel?
no. It's no. It's not gonna happen. But it'll be closer than the past 2 years. I mean, you guys got to cover Chris Olave, man. The dude has been eating y'all alive for the past 2 years, literally. I will say Indiana is going to be the toughest test for my Ohio State Buckeyes to get back to the Big Ten championship, win that, and then we'll probably gonna have to probably play Clemson again. They always seem to be there waiting for us in the semifinals.
BJ cook you guys. That's
I don't know about all that, Burbach. I don't know, man.
we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see how some of our young guys develop this year. That'll be
Ohio State
big.
have at quarterback this year.
Huh?
Who does Ohio State have at quarterback this year?
CJ Stroud.
Who?
He's a guy that sat under Fields the last 2 years.
Oh, okay.
But see, here's the thing. Okay.
That's the reason I said who.
What I'll be interested
Here we
to
go.
see. What I'll be interested to see with Stroud this year is like, obviously we haven't seen much of him on tape. So obviously, I'm interested to see how he handles the first 2 weeks. Because you talk about you're playing at Minnesota. We don't know how good Minnesota is going to be this year. I don't think they're going to be overly great, but they still got the crazy fans there with their oars. They're rowing the boat. Coach Mengel, they're rowing the boat over there.
The Gophers.
What?
The Gophers.
Yeah, but I think that it'll be interesting to see how he handles that, and then Oregon. Week 2 will be a tough test, but again, when it doesn't hurt when you have Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave on the outside, and the Rocket Bucket Jeremy Rucker at tight end, doesn't hurt.
The Rocket Bucket.
Yeah, that's his nickname. That's his nickname in Buckeye Nation. Come on, Burbach.
One thing that interests me about Indiana this year, they had strong running back play the last couple of years, right?
Yeah.
Mike Hart was a running back coach.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot where he was before, but before he got there, strong running backs. Dude's a heck of a coach. Guess where he is now? He's back home in the maize and blue. So watching just the running back game, it's going to be interesting to see if Indiana's output with running backs is going to be where it was the last couple of years without him coaching.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think another thing with Michigan. So quick question for you, Mengel, real quick. Is that Week 5 Wisconsin game? Where is that game located?
Madison.
I believe it's in Madison this year.
That's how I'm trying to do it.
So that's a game. Again, we talked about this. I think this was something we talked about the first time you came on. I believe was episode 12, I think. I don't know off the top of my head. But normally we talked about how the home team normally wins that game.
Yep.
So that's going to be the big thing I think for me with Michigan this year is how do their young players develop? Because we talked about they had a young team last year. Do those young players get better?
Right.
How does Harbaugh do? You obviously brought that up early.
Absolutely.
And
What Harbaugh
I
do we have?
and I'm looking right now at their schedule. I think, Wisconsin, I feel like that's going to be a tough game. Washington early. I don't really know what Washington's going to be this year. They're always a team that comes into the preseason ranked, and then they normally struggle. Is this the year they turn that around? Maybe, but
The
that
good
game.
news is that's a home game for Michigan,
Yes.
so you're not
Yes.
dealing with the time change.
Yep. But again,
Yeah.
I think that there's some games here. Wisconsin, Michigan State, I think always plays Michigan tough rivalry game. We'll see if they can win that game this year. And then Indiana, Penn State, and Ohio State are three of your last four.
Yeah.
That is going to be a huge stretch.
Yep.
And we'll see what happens. I think Michigan's probably looking at their schedule right now, probably an 8 or 9 win team.
Mm-hmm.
You think Harbaugh's on the hot seat?
Who else are you gonna bring in?
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real here. I'm a big Michigan fan, obviously, but are they at the caliber that those top 4 or 5 teams are? No, they're not, and they haven't been since 2002. So 20 years, 19 years.
You wouldn't throw the Denard Robinson Wolverines in there? No,
they weren't as good as those teams.
Okay.
And when you step back and you look and they're getting 8, 9, 10 wins a year, anywhere else, minus those top schools, that's a successful program.
Yeah.
Right? You're winning games. And that's what's important, right? Can you get guys in the NFL? Can you get guys degrees to go on and have successful lives, right? That's what college football should be. But would I like to see them play for a national championship and win one? Yeah. I like them to win 8, 9, 10 games every year. Absolutely. Win the games you should. Be competitive in the games that maybe you shouldn't be. Like if that Ohio State game is competitive this year, and I can actually watch it past halftime, it'd be a fun game to watch, even if they lose it. But it's exhausting having like these boosters constantly want changes and upset about what's happening with Michigan football. They haven't been relevant in 20 years in terms of like national competition. So it's time to let that go for a little bit and focus on the good things that are happening. You got guys staying all 4 years, right? There you go.
That's big.
Yeah. And they go to college not to play football, but to actually like go to class and things. That school to the South, not so much. They didn't go there to play school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, that's a quote right there.
I know what school you're talking about, and I know what you're talking about. Yeah. They're a good program in college football. Like I don't think there's a reason to fire Harbaugh. In my personal opinion, I think Harbaugh has done a good job. And again, like I've said, I don't think there's really a shame in losing to these Ohio State teams that we've seen over the past few years. When you talk about the teams from probably, I would say 2014 when they won the national championship to now, you talk about a lot of NFL players. You talk about a lot of guys that are big-time NFL players. Zeke Elliott, Michael Thomas, Joey Bosa, Justin Fields, all those guys.
McLaurin.
Not
Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, Scary Terry. Love that, man.
Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa.
Yeah, I mean, the chock full of NFL players. Again, I think that I think that Harbaugh this year, I think Michigan's going to have a bounce back year. I'd be lying if I didn't say that I think they're probably a 9-win team right now. I think the probably
It
the
was 8
three
wins 6 minutes ago.
8 to 9. I said 8 to 9.
But you just said 9.
Well, yeah, because I finalized my number when you
There
guys
it
were
is.
talking, but I think I think
Book it.
Wisconsin, Ohio State, and then Indiana or Penn State. You guys lose those 3 games. Um, I think you guys will have a solid year. You'll probably make and win a bowl game if I had to guess.
I don't care about winning bowl games.
Okay,
That's the other thing people are talking about. Like these guys, these top players on the teams. If I'm have a chance to go get millions of dollars just by signing my name on a piece of paper, I'm not playing in that game either. I'm going to sit out. If it's not for a national championship, what's the point? Right?
Yeah.
That might be selfish, but you know what? The coaches are letting them do it. Do it.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Well,
only
hey,
that really matters
I
is
mean,
the national championship.
Yeah.
You
If it's
think-
not for the national championship,
Yeah, exactly. Duenkel, you said Indiana, Wisconsin, and the one Penn State game. You have them losing. Oh, and Ohio State.
I have Michigan losing Wisconsin, Ohio State, and I'm gonna say Indiana. I think that I like Indiana this year. I think they're a 10-11 win team.
Okay.
They just won't beat Ohio State. That's all I'm gonna say, Coach Haas, if you're watching this.
So
let's jump on that for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind? I know this is off schedule. Let's talk about those Firebirds. Burbach, you in on this one?
the Carthage Firebirds.
Yeah.
Don't know much about them.
I'm impressed I said Firebirds, by the way.
I was.
Woo.
I was like, okay.
Here's what I like. Week 1 win. I like it. Knock off Whitewater. I am so tired of that conference.
Oh, really?
That CCIW, I think, is stronger.
I do. I agree.
Oh, yeah. And for the longest time, the WEAC had been dodging the CCIW. Now they're starting to play, and CCIW is coming out on top more often than not.
Yeah, we got some great teams in our conference.
Absolutely. 25th, that's one to circle, Burbach. September 25th. Illinois Wesleyan Titans coming to Art Keller Field. I know Coach Haas is getting fired up for that one. Coach Kosterman's going to get those tight ends rolling that game. I can feel it.
What is Carthage ranked?
Preseason rankings don't matter. Okay?
I'm just wondering.
There was a few years back that Carthage was a nobody, and they ended up 5th in the nation. Okay?
What year was that, Coach?
Don't worry about it. 05.
05?
Okay?
Did you happen to be on the team?
They had a stud backup tight end. I can tell you that much.
Did you happen to be on the team?
I just look at the roster. All right, stud backup tight end.
Look up the 2005 Carthage roster.
Hey, link it.
A lot of links in this video.
Carthage Football Archives.
There's a lot of excitement with alumni this year, though. I can tell you that much. So I'm excited to see these Firebirds. Some new jerseys this year. Dunk, have you seen them yet?
Maybe. I ain't spoiling nothing.
Number 40.
I ain't spoiling nothing.
Dunk, question for me.
All right.
Are they fire?
Yeah.
All right.
Everything about the Carthage Firebirds is fire. We are fired up to earn the right this football season.
Oh yeah.
That's my second favorite hashtag, earn the right. Love that one. Burbach, what's up?
Are you traveling with the team on September 4th?
I am not.
Why not?
Burbach.
Come see me.
Dunkel, get a travel suit. Let's go, man.
Yeah, the jumpsuit, man.
What else are you gonna do? Sit around?
The all red jumpsuit. We need an all red Firebird jumpsuit, man.
I got an old one upstairs. It's very expensive though.
Boys. If
Got the feathers on it and everything.
If they give me a jumpsuit, if Coach Haas happens to give me a jumpsuit, I will make sure to take a picture for you guys and send it. I'll make sure you guys
Let's get that trending. Hashtag dunk suit.
All right. Well, I'll tell him to watch this video.
Yeah.
He'll probably laugh in 41 minutes into this.
Nah, Dunkel needs that travel suit.
Yeah.
Dude, hey, I'll tell you guys.
Do you get the grays at least?
Huh?
The sweatshirts and sweatpants?
Yeah. I mean, I've gotten a lot of gear this year.
Aren't you the equipment? Don't you have the equipment?
Come on, Dunkel.
Yeah,
hey,
I handle the
one for me, right? That's what you do. You take one, you hand out the rest. Coach Haas, I'm joking.
I don't do the apparel equipment. I'm on the field equipment guy.
Oh, you're fixing the jock straps and things. Gotcha.
No, like agile bags, hand shields,
hey, I
ball
heard
bags.
a story about you, Dunk.
Oh God!
I heard you tripped on an agile at practice today.
That was like a week ago.
Up in the air. Last time you did that, you broke your arm.
And then you had to have your arm in a sling for Halloween so you could look like Aaron Rodgers.
Burbach, he's a bad man, buddy.
He is a bad person.
Not with a broken collarbone.
Yeah, well, his collarbone ain't broken this year. I know you saw that 55-yard dart right into the bucket. I know you saw that.
Way to hit a bucket with no one around you. Good job.
Jared Goff is coming for him, all right? Yeah. Jared Goff.
You know.
Burbach, if you want to talk about an NFC quarterback coming for, freaking Aaron Rodgers, let's talk about someone with some actual talent, okay?
Are we going to talk about Justin Fields?
Yes. Yes. Justin Fields. The man has talent.
What about Andy Dalton, man?
You see him in the preseason.
He's got a connection with A-Rob. And Darnell Mooney.
Burbach, I loved how disappointed you sounded there. Are you going to talk about Fields?
Burbach, you like Fields. I
do like Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields is going to be good.
Dude, you were literally, you and Jake were so happy to see the pain on my face.
Oh my God.
The Bears drafted Fields. You guys were so happy.
Just because before the draft you were like, the only way I don't get a Justin Fields jersey is if he gets drafted by the Bears. No, he gets drafted by the Bears. We get you that jersey. Yeah.
Shout out to everyone that got me that. Burbach, you as well, man. Shout out.
Yeah. Justin Fields jerseys in the or down below.
Dude, you guys are gonna make me put so many links in the box. All I gotta say though is I'm very excited about the Carthage football season. I can't wait till we get things kicked off and going. Next week's game week, and also guys, we got a special video coming next Monday. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna give too much details into it. Some coach. Well, it's not out yet, so I can't link it. But
he's gonna link it in the future. He's gonna come back and link it. Yeah.
All right, but boys, before I let y'all go,
dude, I'm sweating. It's hot in here.
All this Justin Fields talk.
Oh.
I love Justin Fields, bro. Say he's on the Bears.
He's got to be tortured for years in Michigan, and now the Lions are going to get tortured.
No, we're going to bite kneecaps this year.
Yeah. Hey, MCDC's coming for everybody's head, man.
Kneecaps, not heads, kneecaps.
Yeah, kneecaps. We're going to
our kneecaps. Coach Mengel, though, big question for you. Are you going to come to a Firebird football game this year?
Absolutely. I should be able to.
I bet. Sounds good.
Yeah.
What?
Make sure to avoid you.
What? What do you mean?
I don't know how else to explain that.
You ain't going to be able to avoid me. I'll see you from a mile away. I got 20/20 vision, man. Come on.
Do you?
Definitely not.
No.
Definitely not.
No, I'll make it over there.
Yeah.
Actually, I just closed it. Hold on. Actually, I'm gonna shoot for the 25th. I think
Wesleyan.
Wesleyan, the
Yeah.
rivalry.
Okay. Bet. I'll let all the coaches know tomorrow at practice when I see them. Mengel about to be pulling up September 25th.
Yeah, that should work.
I don't know what time the
Yeah,
game
I might
is.
want to see the North Central game.
North Central. Yeah,
Yeah.
they've been pretty good recently, I feel like.
They won a championship.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said
that's
they've been
decent.
pretty good
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah.
That's where they're out of Naperville, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Burbach, you excited for the Whitewater football season? I know you're going to school out there, man.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm hopefully gonna get involved with the team. Duenkel, you could, come with the team on 4th, but it's okay.
Burbach, we'll see what happens. All I know is I don't plan on traveling this year.
Okay.
So
What if you drove yourself there?
Yeah.
maybe.
Does your
We'll see.
Malibu Barbie car go that far?
The Malibu.
Dude, yes, it goes that far. Come on, man.
All right.
The thing's got like 267 K on it though.
Did you talk about our Target experience, Duenkel? Was that brought up on the show?
No.
Experience.
Why?
Yeah,
Why do you have to bring this up?
I'm minding my own business, right?
Oh, here we go.
And I see this,
6'1". 6'1".
yeah,
Yeah. 6'1".
down the main aisle, right, going back towards like the produce area in Target. Dunkel's doing invisible crossovers on people, on nobody. He's just crossing, spin moving, dunking.
Was he shouting LeBron's name out while he was going even through traffic?
Yeah, what I heard, Dunkel made his mom buy HBO Max just so he could see Space Jam.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I have not.
He's watched it 8 times and cries every time.
I have not seen
Link it.
Space Jam yet.
Mhm.
Link Space Jam 2 down below.
Yep.
Boys.
And LeBron James' career stats down below.
Yeah.
Link it.
Yeah.
I have
Dunkel, here's what I
I'm
need to do. I need you to make me a GIF of you doing a crossover so I can
Yeah.
send it to people. Can you
And
do
now
that for me?
play that right now over all of our faces of you doing a crossover. All right, we're back. All right. Sounds
All right. Seriously, I need that GIF.
well, and here's the funny thing, okay, is before that, like I was just walking through the store and like just chilling, and like I'll be honest, boys, I act like an idiot in the store all the time. I'm always doing some dumb.
Get rid of
moves.
the prepositional phrase of "in the store." Now restate that sentence.
all the time.
I
I'm
act
doing
like an
those.
idiot all the time.
Yeah.
There we go.
Not all the time. Right now, I'm not acting like an idiot. I don't think. Maybe a little bit. But no, like before that, Burbach, like Mengel saw me before that, and then like intercepted me, and all of a sudden, bro, I get done doing the invisible crossover or whatever, and I look up and he's standing right in front of me, and I'm like, "What's up, man?" He's like, "Saw that invisible crossover, Duenkel." I'm like, "Yeah, it's kind of awkward, Not ideal, Burbach." But hey, that's what happens. I've ran into Mengel at Target probably 6 times.
6 too many.
You love running into me at Target. Don't lie, man. Come on now.
Yeah, he loves Target, man.
It's my favorite place ever.
Target.
Mm-hmm.
Burbach, do you like Target?
Target's pretty fun.
My boy was there tonight.
Your boy.
Yeah, thanks for shopping at Target.
Who
Have a
was
great day, that guy.
Yeah.
The cart
Burbach,
guy who always thanks you for shopping at Target.
you don't know who that is, Burbach?
I don't know.
You ain't a real Target shopping then.
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
Nah, bro.
But you're talking about Miles for a second because he used to work at Target and was like,
I'd always see him. And there's Miles. He's got to be back at school now, doesn't he?
yeah, he's been at school for like 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
He's been getting like first team reps and stuff.
Fantastic.
Yeah, in the slot.
Like,
Well, that's freaking awesome. The other day he sent me a clip and he juked these two defenders and made them collide with each other.
Did he have his practice jersey rolled up?
Yep.
Shirt underneath?
Yep.
Gloves, not Velcroed?
Had a yes, not Velcroed with the towel.
Towel.
in the back, yes.
So he looked good. He looked good.
Yes. Yeah. The visor. It was good.
Good.
The visor said like "be scared" across the front of it or something like that. Yeah.
that's lit, bro.
I always got so much criticism from my teammates at Carthage because I was starting running back for 2 years. And I never wore anything. No gloves, no tape, no wristbands, nothing. And they'd yell at me like, dude, you're getting all the pictures taken, right? Running back, carrying the ball a lot, right? And you look like that. And I look at them and I go, at least I don't look like you. Like, what is all that stuff? What is that doing?
That's the look Time used to rock or whatever.
The plane.
Time would do nothing
Yeah.
on hands.
You don't need it. You wear gloves. If you sweat as much as I do, your hands stink after the first time you wear them.
That is true.
You can't get that stink out.
Oh my gosh. Glove stink is a different kind of stink.
Yeah. And then as much as I sweat, they stop working.
Yeah.
It's slippery. Ridiculous. Got to get the cutters. No, they didn't do it either. Yeah, whatever. Link it. Cutters.
Okay.
You guys need to stop saying the word Lincoln. It's like Jake that one day when we had Trent on, and he said the number 9 like 7 times in like 3 minutes or something. I'm like, Jake, bro. By the way, shout out to Coach Haas. He said that he loves that we are talking Carthage football. A little bit. I texted him that we were talking that. You know, I'm sure he's hard at work doing some game plan stuff or whatever. You know, Whitewater coming soon.
He's cutting up the inter squad scrimmage film right now. Well, it should be cut up already, but you know, he's watching it.
Yeah, for sure. We got a light day tomorrow, just a walkthrough. Pretty excited about that. And then we're back on the 6 a.m. wake up on Friday. Practice at 9. Got to be there at 7:50. We're gonna get after it. And then also, guys, make sure I'm looking forward to this video on Monday. I ain't trying to spoil too much because I don't try and spoil videos before I record them. But it's gonna be lit. So I'm about to say.
For reals?
For reals. Burbach, question for you before we go. How was Chicago today, man? I saw you had the hair done up all nice and all that. So you're looking good,
What's
man.
that picture? Get that picture on here before you.
I had a good time.
Burbach, you take any pictures down there? Can I get one so I put it in the video here?
A picture? I posted one of me.
I bet. Where at?
Abby posted one too.
All right, I'll find it. It'll be in here. Picture Burbach. Insert picture Burbach.
The last one I have is June 24th on here.
June 24th?
Yeah, you're not very active on the social media.
Are you talking about on my Instagram?
Yeah, man.
All right, y'all. Well, we'll let y'all get out of here. This is like 56 minutes of video footage that I'm going to have to put a lot of links in and a lot of edits. You guys are really making this difficult, but it's fine.
And to close out the video, the last photo is going to be a picture of running back Mengel. All right.
Mengel, Burbach, you got a photo?
I don't got a photo. You got to find that. You're a coach at Carthage, man. You're big dog there. You got to be able to pull something out of the barracks, out of the
I'm on it.
out of the old photos, man.
I'm on it.
The starting tailback.
I'm on it. You know what? I'm working on it right now, Burbach. That's the kind of dedication I got. Boys, if y'all want to stick around and talk some more crap.
Hold on a minute. Look at this guy.
What?
Look at this guy.
Look at this.
Boom.
Oh, man. 6'3", 210. Get out the way.
Boom.
That's stiff arm, man.
There you go. Link it.
Link it.
You want me to link a Google search of your name?
No, because you come up. Are you kidding me?
You're surprised
Link the photo of you.
of me?
Yeah.
All right.
You want me to link the Google search?
Link it.
Bro, you guys love saying the word link, but thank y'all for watching. I'm gonna have to cut a lot of this up. So
What are you saying? This wasn't good?
No, it was
That hurts my
great.
feelings.
It was great. I'm just saying there's gonna be some editing I'm gonna have to do here.
Yeah. Is that a bad thing?
No.
That's why we pay you the big bucks.